Brielle is 4 months old, so I just wanted to talk about her birth story, which was 4 months ago. So she was born February 3rd at 5:49 p.m. I was induced at 41 weeks in 1 day, and I had her the same day I was induced because my labor and delivery was less than 12 hours. So for me, it went by quick, but for Kevin, it probably felt like forever for him because he was just sitting there through it all as I'm like in the hospital bed in pain and everything. So with everything going on, I just wasn't focused on just laying there. I was focused on everything else. So that's why it felt quick for me. So what do you remember from the birth and being there and how it happened?
Getting yelled at the entire time. She keeps claiming that she didn't yell at me.
I wasn't mean.
And she keeps claiming that she wasn't mean, but
well,
she definitely was pretty,
I'm sure those who are going through like contractions and everything can understand. But I honestly wasn't mean. I mean, I'll be like, Kevin, ask me some questions so I can get my mind off of things. And so he would start to ask me questions and I'll be like, shh, don't talk. And then I would get mad that he's not answering my questions. So that was just all craziness. But anyway, I was induced on February 3rd. My mom's birthday is actually February 2nd. So she was born a day after my mom. And then my birthday is 13 days later. So I'm February 16th. So me, my mom, and Brielle are now all February babies. But her actual due date was January 26th. But she was so stubborn, she did not want to come out. So I was induced. But you saying hi? We got to the hospital early in the morning, and like I said, she was born at 5:49 p.m. and I only pushed her for 15 minutes. I did get the epidural when I was 4 centimeters because I do have a good pain tolerance, but my body's not used to contractions. Obviously, I don't think anyone's body is unless you have more than one baby or whatever. So I also wanted a calm, easy kind of first birth to experience it without any pain. So I did get the epidural, and it did numb my body from the waist down. But unfortunately, it started to wear off on my right side of the body. Do you remember that? I can still, like, I kept pressing that button for the epidural and then it wasn't working. So the anesthesiologist, I think I said that right, he had to come back in the room and like put more epidural in me. So thankfully the epidural like started working again from the waist down, and I was completely numb. And I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if there's like actual side effects from the epidural, but like I was so out of it afterwards. Like when she was born, everything happened so quickly. Like I was so out of it. I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's hard to remember everything that happened. And I don't know why, but I was nervous, and well, I do know why, because like it is a very new, it's a huge experience going through giving birth. So when she was born, I was so nervous and overwhelmed, and what I kept saying, they were like, oh, you ready to push? And I was like, no, I'm not ready, because at the time I wasn't feeling like that like major pressure they said you would feel if you felt like you were ready to push. I didn't have that pressure. Like I had some pressure, but not like enough to want to push. So anyways, the nurses came back in a few minutes later to check if I was ready to push at that time. So once they checked me, they saw her head, and once they saw her head, they were like, yep, you are gonna start pushing now. And I was like, what? No, I'm not ready. He always exaggerates. I probably did say it just like that, but like in the moment, I don't remember everything that happened.
What are you doing?
And I was like, no, I'm not ready to push, because I was scared. Like with the epidural, like you can't feel when you're pushing or when you're stopping, but it's a natural thing. Like obviously it worked. I stopped when I had to, and I started pushing when I needed to, and it was only 15 minutes. But when she came out, I was staring at Kevin, and it's not like I didn't want to see my daughter like the first few seconds of her being born, but I was so nervous. Like this whole new human being was in the room, and I was like, she's here, I'm scared to look. But once I looked, she had the chubbiest cheeks. Like, everyone around the room was like, oh, she has such chubby cheeks. I was like, yeah, whatever. No, she did. Didn't she? She had the chubbiest cheeks. And I want to mention how much she weighed at the end, closer to the end, because I personally thought, since I was like a 6-pound-ish baby and Kevin was 6 pounds even, so I thought, well, we're probably gonna have like a smaller baby, like 6-7 pounds. And the doctor himself, when I was about to give birth, he felt my stomach and he was like, yeah, she feels small. And I'm like, yeah, that's good for my body. Like, I don't want to push out a 10-pound baby or anything. Why is she yelling? You just don't want to be in the video. Can you put her in her bouncer?
Okay.
Maybe she'll, you gotta readjust yourself. Sorry if his head's like chopped off a little bit. He's just obviously taller than me. There we go. So if you hear Brielle, she's on the side of us in the bouncer. So Kevin is on the side of me working with Brielle. Well, not working, but like sitting with Brielle in her bouncer because as you could see, she was all fidgety and whatnot. So, yeah, I didn't want to push out a 10-pound baby or anything. So she was born. Wait, how much did you think she was gonna weigh?
Like 6 pounds.
Yeah, he thought she was gonna weigh 6 pounds, and then I thought she was gonna weigh like 6 pounds-ish. So anyway, she was born 8 pounds, 7 ounces, 19.5 inches long. And I know other mothers push out like bigger babies, but for me and what we thought she was gonna be, 8 pounds was a big baby. We were all surprised. We're like, what? How in the, what in the? Okay, it was cute. In the delivery room, Kevin's dad was there and Kevin's dad's fiance. And they were like, they weren't like in front watching, but they were like on the side. So his dad was like taking pictures and he actually got like a little mini clip of her being born. So I might insert that at the end, so watch for that. She's laughing. My water broke on its own. They had me on the lowest dosage of Pitocin, but my contractions were coming so like fast and quick and all that crazy stuff, so they stopped the Pitocin. And so I want to say I pretty much like went into labor on my own. Like, I know I was induced, but I really didn't like stick with the induction routine. Like, they start you off with this like pill that dissolves under your tongue, and then they work from there, and then they go to Pitocin and all that stuff. I did take that Cytotec thingy pill that goes under your tongue and dissolves, but that one dose I had, it actually didn't do well with Brielle. It made her heart rate drop, which resulted in me having to put like a mask on my face for oxygen, and I had to get on all fours to pretty much like help it go back up to normal. So after that, I was like, yep, nope, we're not doing that anymore, because that pill you have to take like every 4 hours to help get your contractions going, I believe. So after that one pill, we didn't do any more of that, and then my contractions came from it anyway. And then I got the epidural, and then from the epidural, they wanted to like speed things up more, and they gave me the lowest dosage of Pitocin, which resulted in, you know, getting them so steadily and painful that they just stopped the Pitocin completely, and then my water broke on its own and all that stuff. So pretty much I did go on my own. Kevin did cut the umbilical cord, and he described it as cutting a what?
Rope.
Like a tight rope. So.
Like a weird squishy rope.
Like a weird squishy rope, he just said that. Once she was born, the two major things I was craving was Pepsi and yogurt. Of all things, like that's what I wanted the most, because when you're getting induced, you're not allowed to like eat or drink anything. Well, you can drink water and have ice chips, but you weren't allowed to eat like anything major. So once she was born, I was like, I desperately need some Pepsi and I desperately need yogurt. Why those two things? Well, Pepsi of course, but yogurt and Pepsi together, I don't know. That was weird. So we were only at the hospital for 24 hours, and then she was perfect, so we were able to leave to go home. When we first got to the hospital, I was already 3 centimeters on my own, and then at 4 centimeters, I got the epidural. And then it pretty much went from there. Like, I dilated quick I want to say. And then, yeah, it's pretty much how it happened. So do you have anything you want to add? Like, how was it for you experiencing me going through all that craziness and watching her come out and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, so the whole experience for me, right? It wasn't that bad. I'm not really, it's not that uncommon for me to stay awake for as long as I did while I was there.
It wasn't even that long. It was just like,
I was up almost the whole time.
well, yeah, we got to the hospital like 5 in the morning, and we were up like pretty much the whole entire day before. So I mean, it was tiring.
Yeah, and then
how did you feel when she was born? And you saw the placenta. I didn't see the placenta. I bet that was cool.
No, it felt good. There's, like everybody says, there's no way to really describe the feeling of being a dad. Like that's,
or a mom.
Yeah, or a mom. Like you have to experience it for yourself.
It was exciting. I cried like a baby. Like, you're good, homegirl. Like when they were like, oh, we see her head. Oh, we see her head. You have to push now. I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready. Like I was basically just nervous, but I cried like a baby. I don't know why. I think I was just full of emotions. It was crazy, but it was exciting and it was fun, and I would do it all over again, like maybe 10 times.
10?
I mean, maybe half of 10, like 5.
No, 4.
Okay, he says 4, but we'll see what happens. And now we February 3rd, 2017, 5:49 p.m. Miss Brielle Eileen Hadley was born. And it was the best day ever. She looked like a little chunky monkey. She's such a cutie. I can't even. Honestly, overall, I think I had a pretty great labor and delivery experience. And I am so happy for that, because you hear all these crazy stories like mothers being in labor for more than 24 hours and then resulting like in emergency C-section and all that stuff. So everyone has different delivery experiences, and I'm just happy for mine. It went very smooth, didn't it? Do you have anything to say? Yeah, I wanted to live in my mom forever, but then they made me come out. I'm a baby. Now I'm 4 months old. Next month she'll be 5 months, and then 6 months, and then my little baby. I feel like I'm missing so much stuff to this story, but if I did, I will make a part 2 to this birth story vlog thing. What else do you want to add? Anything?
On a side note, she was nicer to my dad than she was to me.
Oh my Lanta. He claims I was like the meanest person ever, but honestly I just wasn't. I was nice. I was only kind of mean, well, sassy. Maybe our second baby will be a girl too.
No. Maybe.
Why not?
We'll find out when I won't.
Yeah. I feel like I'm definitely missing more important things to say. I feel like that was such an easy like birth story. Well, thank you guys for watching this birth story. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. Yes, I like these sweatpants. You probably see me wearing them a lot in my videos, but I mean, they're comfortable. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this story of how Miss Brielle got here. I was 41 weeks one day, must I say again. So please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I think I will probably in the near future make a video about my postpartum recovery. So stick around for that if you want to hear about that. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Say bye. Say bye. Oh, look at those blue eyes.